We back up in this thing, man. Hey, the Premier League is finally back after that hiatus they took because of Queen Elizabeth's passing. Rest in peace to her. And y'all already know, before I get to the Premier League news, we gotta talk about the Vinicius Jr. controversy, the dancing controversy, Atletico Madrid. The Atletico Madrid fans was outside the stadium chanting, calling him a monkey. I'm not talking about 10 fans. I'm not talking about 20, 50. I'm talking about thousands. It was a lot of them chanting, calling that man a monkey. Y'all are officially on my list of teams that I just will never like or go for. Y'all already was a boring ass club, so that full list is now the Tottenham Cockboys, Chelsea, and now Atletico Madrid. That coke dude on Atletico Madrid was like, hey, Vinicius dance against us. Oh my mama, it's gonna be some problems. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be trouble. That boy Rodrigo scored, went to the corner. Vinicius went over there. Hey, both of them got jiggy, and not a goddamn thing happened. Atletico Madrid just gotta take that L. That boy Valverde ended up scoring 2 to make the score 2-1. I don't know who scored on Atletico Madrid. I ain't really rock with y'all boys, bro. And I used to like y'all because that boy Luis, now Luis gone, and then all of this monkey chanting and all of that, and y'all just being a boring ass team, bro. Nah, bro, I ain't rocking with you. Then Barcelona boys beat Elche 3-0. That boy Rob Lewandowski had him a brace, and Memphis Depay had ended up getting him one. Bayern Munich loses to Augsburg, moving them down to 5th place in the Bundesliga. Oh, how quick that turn took compared to the first game when they beat that team 7-0, bro. And Juventus, sorry asses, they done lost to some team I never heard of. Some Monza? They done lost to some Monza team. I don't know what the hell going on with the Juventus boys. They are in poor form right now. And Marco Reus had an injury scare. Thankfully, he not going to be out for the World Cup, but it seems every time it comes time for international competition, he gets hurt. Before the 2014 World Cup, he got hurt. Before the 2016 Euros, he got hurt. Before the 2020 Euros, he got hurt. But thankfully, this time, the injury isn't severe enough for him to miss the 2022 World Cup that's coming up, man. Now, to the Premier League games, man. This is what the table is looking like right here. Top 5. We got that boys Arsenal at the top of the table, followed by Man City, Tottenham, Brighton, and Hove Albion. It's in the top 5 right now in 4th. And then we got Manchester United in 5th place. And for the relegation standings, we have Leicester City sitting at last place. Nottingham Forest and West Ham at 19th and 18th place. Then we got them Wolves and Crystal Palace at 17th and 16th place, man. First game we gonna talk about, sadly, is Aston Villa and Southampton. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying this was the worst game in Premier League recent memory. Aston Villa ended up winning. That boy Jacob Ramsey scored the only goal of the game in the 41st minute. It was awful. It was a controversial goal too. A lot of people was calling for it to be offsides. It was a blocked header, and then the ball had bounced off the crossbar and bounced off another player, and Ramsey ended up hitting that hole and scoring it. And a lot of people say he was in the outside position before he ended up hitting it, and the commentator was saying he was outside, but the refs was like, nah, that's not outside. Whole bunch of controversy surrounding it. I don't know, but Aston Villa ended up taking that dub over them Southampton boys. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Yeah, them Saints boys caught their goddamn L. Nottingham and Fulham, man. Mitrovic finally had a game he didn't tee the hell up, and fantasy owners are pissed. They captained that man Mitrovic, expecting him to go off against Nottingham Forest because he been going off all season. Nottingham Forest opened up the scoring in the 11th minute. They had a crossing that boy Awoniyi, I think he headed that whole in off of a cross. Then in the second half, them Fulham boys scored 3 straight goals, all within 6 minutes of each other. Them Fulham boys say, y'all go score off of a cross header? Well, we go do it too. They ended up scoring off a cross header too to get everything started. That boy, Adarabio Tosin. That Tosin dude said, yeah, we can do that too. He ended up scoring him a header off of a cross. Then, 3 minutes later, Joel Paulinho hit him an outside that beezy rocket of a goal. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those. 3 minutes later again, that boy Harrison Reed inside the box made the score 3-1. And then Lewis O'Brien from Nottingham ended up closing up the score just a little bit in the 77th minute. But They didn't end up tying it up. Fulham beat them Nottingham boys 3-2. Wolves versus City. We already know this was going to be an ass whooping. Man, them Man City boys plays the most beautiful team brand of football in today's league of 2022 of all the football leagues. 1 minute in the game, in the first minute of the goddamn game, Phil Foden with a swaggy ass backheel pass to that boy Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne got the ball, crossed that hole inside to box to Jack Grealish. Good, just like that. 1 minute in, Man City already up. It's gonna be one of them games, huh? 16 minutes in, Erling Haaland. Who else? Erling goddamn Haaland. Definitely, if he keep it up, like I say, Ballon d'Or, he's damn near gonna be a lock for Ballon d'Or for next year. But yeah, Erling Haaland had him a little skip shot outside the bees. He skipped on the ground a little bit. Ended up being good. 2-0 Man City in the first 16 minutes. And then somebody on the Wolves ended up karate kicking Jack Grealish in his goddamn chest. And he got kicked the hell out the game. You know, he was probably frustrated. You know what happens when they getting their ass whooped. Everybody always want to try and fight. The Wolves had to play with 10 men the rest of the game. That foul happened in like the 33rd minute. And then another beautiful ass team goal. Erling Haaland to Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne to Phil Foden in the 69th minute to get him a brace assist. Kevin De Bruyne 2 assists. Phil Foden with the goal to win the game 3-0 over the Wolves. Newcastle Bournemouth. I heard Bournemouth's keeper Neto. I heard he had him a great game. And I heard that Isak dude had him another great showing too. He ended up scoring today too. I like seeing new pickups have great games for their new teams, man. Philip Billing opened up the scoring for them Cherry Boys in the 62nd minute. All he had to do was run inside the box and stick his leg out there because it was a great ass pass from that boy Zamora. He had crossed it in. And then Philip Billing, stuck it in there. Them Bournemouth boys was up 1-0. And then it was a handball, I believe, like 5 minutes later. And that boy Isak ended up hitting that hole. I like that Isak dude, bro. He be playing with a lot of passion. He went across the crowd doing all of that after he scored that penalty. But yeah, the game ended up tied 1-1. Tottenham and Leicester. Oh my gosh. Tottenham scored 6 goals with a Sonny boy Hattie. Leicester ended up scoring first too. I'm talking about 6 minutes in. Ended up scoring off a penalty that Tillemans dude. He got packed up on the first attempt, but he had to retake it for whatever violation or foul happened. And then he ended up knocking the hell down the second time. And Harry Kane say, we ain't going down for that. Literally 2 minutes later, that boy ended up scoring off a little header tap in. And then they ended up scoring off of another header off of a cross. That boy Eric Deer knocked that hoe in the 21st minute. Deer, whatever, however the hell you say it. Put them Tottenham boys up 2-1 just like that. Then that man James Maddison with a beautiful finish. I like that James Maddison dude too. That man is a baller, bro. That finish was goddamn beautiful to tie the game up 2-2 in the first half. It's already 2-2. Then when the second half started, like right at the beginning of the second half, that boy Rodrigo for his first goal playing for Tottenham ended up hitting the outside the Beezy after he stole the ball. He stole the ball, ran up outside that Beezy because the goalkeeper was kind of running out a little bit. First goal for the club. Nice first goal for the club, too, to get them Tottenham boys that lead. And then that boy, Sonny boy, with a goddamn hat trick. First goal outside that Beezy. Second goal outside that Beezy. Third goal was cool. It was a hat trick at the end of the day, but come on, Sonny. You got your first 2 goals up outside that Beezy. Man, go ahead and get that throw with an outside the Beezy. An outside the box hat trick. Now, that's different. But shout out that man, Sonny boy. Of course, he's obviously one of the most likable people in the league. Tottenham over them Leicester boys 6-2. We had Brentford versus Arsenal, man. Them Arsenal boys bounced back from that L that they took from Manchester United the last match week that happened. And of course, the first person who scored, Saliba! Do they still do that chant? I only heard it that one time when they played them Cherry Boys. But yeah, he ended up headering in a ball that happened off of a cross in the 17th minute. Then that boy Gabriel Jesus hit him a header off of a regular cross in the 28th minute. After he scored that cross, that boy started getting jiggy. You know them Brazilians like to dance. I seen somebody on Twitter say he did that for Vinicius since Vinicius was experiencing a lot of scrutiny over the whole situation. But yeah, he got jiggy on their ass. Then that boy Vieira in his Premier League debut hit a deep outside that goddamn Beezy for Arsenal to win 3-0. That boy Booyah Saka. I know I always talk a lot about him on how he be underperforming every time I watch live, but he had him a brace in assist. He had him 2 assists this game. Shout out that boy Booyah. Then we had Everton versus West Ham, man. That Neil dude scored the only goal of the game in the 53rd minute. Nice shot just inside the box in that inside pocket right there. That inside pocket to give the Everton boys the dub over West Ham United 1-0. That was his first goal for Everton too. That's live as hell. His first goal being a goal like that, like to win the game or some stuff. But yeah, obviously game of the week has to be hands down that Tottenham game. 6 goddamn goals, ass whooping. 6-2. Leicester scored some goals too, but that boy Sonny Boy with the hat trick. Masterclass. Sonny Boy say, I'm back just in time for the World Cup. I'm finna get informed, man. Hey, the Premier League is back, baby. I'm out.